Hey y'all, it's Adrian with Ascension Soul Coaching. So I'm here back on my property today working. We have a lot of work to do. So today we're cutting down trees again, but we're doing most of the shrubs. The last tree that needed to come down is coming down. The rest of it is going to be shrubs. It's a lot of shrubs. And I've been working. So I'm going to show you some of the things that we've been doing down here. So I'm still working on this part here, which is the shrubbery along the waterfront, because we're going to end up putting a lot of sand out here. We're going to level it out, put some sand out here, and we're going to have a beach, well, mini beach. So that's everybody up there. They're up there working. A lot of work still to do. Cutting down the logs and making them smaller. And then, yeah, so I'm out here working. Got my work gloves on, headset on, trying to get a step ahead before this house gets here in July. So anyway, wanted to talk to y'all really quickly about, guess who? Let's see, I told y'all we're going to say her name. So the former prince and his wife. The former prince and his wife, that's who we're going to talk about today. So I heard they're going to take a break after she has her baby. Now, I want y'all to think, I have pulled cards. I said I wasn't going to tell y'all this, but I pulled cards for her, and I think she's having twins, or she's positioning herself to have twins. That's what the card said, 2 girls. So I did that actually before the actual interview. I think I did it before the interview. I actually did it before the interview with Oprah. I read it on that same week. And it came out twice. I'll show you the cards later. When I get home, I'll actually put them on the end of this video so you can see what that I pulled. Because I'm not pulling them now. That was then. I'll let you see what they were. She may be having twins, people. 2 little girls. That's why she's probably so big right now. But so I'm happy that a lot of the news stories channels over here are finally realizing that Mrs. Harry's wife, it's hard to say it, right, is lying. So now they're actually coming out and they're saying, yeah, you know, if she lied about the Bishop of Canterbury, you know, what else is she lying about? We definitely know she misspoke about the Archie's title. And then, yeah, she was flying around, and even though she said that they had her title, her passport, so a lot of people in America are starting to question her off the bat, which is very good. So, I mean, I'm sure it was a shock of all what she said. People waiting to hear what she said. The Buckingham Palace really didn't come out to dispute anything except for to say recollections may vary. Okay, that's cool. But they didn't say she's lying, and here's the reasons why. So the news, media, and people, British people, and people who follow the rules are getting out, and they're starting to, they got out right after that interview and they were like, look, this is not true. The girl said she didn't have any assistance, and you saw the Queen gave her help. She said she didn't travel, but she didn't have a passport. She was traveling all over the world, you know. And then Anne coming out and saying that allegedly that it was Anne that asked about Meghan's suitability for the role. So I am so glad that's all coming out, people. It's just a travesty, and she does need to take a seat. She and Harry need to take a seat until they get themselves together. You know, they're gonna make money. They're gonna make money. They're gonna make all the money they wanted to make, because this is gonna really hurt their image. Credibility is important. You know, you could have sympathy for somebody, but then you gotta have credibility as well. So that is going to hurt her. Her brand is really gonna hurt her brand. So, you know, hey, what you do in the dark comes out in the light. What else I want to talk to y'all about? They're trying to shame me into coming back up to the work, y'all. It's my land. I'm going to work when I want to work. So anyway, we don't have anything else coming up this week, probably. The Queen has not come out and announced, you know, today is what, the 3rd of April, 2021. So the Queen has not come out to announce any of the changes. Now, my thought process here is that they've done what they're going to do. They've already announced to the family what they're going to do with the former prince and his wife. However, they're not going to announce to the public right now. And the reason why, I believe, the girl's pregnant, supposedly, right? If she tried to do a trickaroo and say, oh, I had a miscarriage, and once the Queen took all of her stuff away from us, it was so stressful, I had a miscarriage, and blamed it on the Queen, or something like that. Something that they're going to come out with. So the Queen's letting everything die down a little bit. which is best. And then you're gonna find out about what was taken away from them. Probably by the time of Diana's, the baby's born, and Diana's memorial event is going to happen. So you'll find out something between that time frame, what the final verdict was. And it's just strategic, y'all. You're just going to have to be patient, wait, know that the queen and her staff know what they're doing. Now, if it was me and half of y'all, y'all would have just told everything, right? Like, because you just want to get rid of the situation. But, you know, this monarchy has not existed for centuries because people have, you know, made too many mistakes, and definitely being diplomatic about a lot of things. So let her do what she has to do to take care of this problem. Meghan, the former prince's wife, is a narcissist, a covert narcissist, and they've got to deal with her on that end. Plus, she's black, she's half black, part black, and that's a sensitive issue. So they've got to deal with that on that. That's her race card. That's her ace in the hole. All she's got to keep saying is y'all racist, and people will listen. But I think the truth be told, she's told so many lies now that people are just saying, look, if she's lied about this, did she lie about that? Did she lie about this? Did she lie about that? Because she seemed credible, but even when she seemed credible, we evidently are finding out that there were a lot of lies. So, yeah, let that burn. Let that roll, right? The queen's letting that roll. Let that roll. Y'all settle, y'all deal with that. And let Harry and Meghan take their little break. And that's probably why they're taking a break, knowing that the babies is coming, but I think their publicity, her PR team has told them to take a break, stay out of the news for a while as well. So they're being strategic as well. Meghan's not going to be in the public eye as much, because if she is carrying twins, or if she's trying to pretend she's carrying the twins, allegedly, the less pictures of her that's out there, it's going to be best for her. So less for y'all to talk about and analyze. So anyway, whatever the babies, whether they're hers or whether they're surrogates or whatever, I just want to hope that the babies come out, or the baby come out very healthy, and that little baby Archie continues to have good health. I had done a reading a while back about if there were some issues with Archie, and I kind of think that maybe, so I'm not going to really get into that because it's a child. But definitely the children continue to be healthy, and even the circumstances they're going through right now, that their life is abundant and healthy and mentally strong, and they can carry on the weight what's going to be handed to them once they become of age, based on what's happening with them, their parents right now, and the British royal family, and the public. Anyway, so I just wanted to check in with you all, people. I haven't forgotten you. There's a couple people who asked for a couple of readings on, like, Justin Bieber, which I followed Justin Bieber. I wasn't a fan, but my daughter used to really love him, and so I'll do a reading about that tonight. We also need to be very aware of the financial situation that's going on with the lockdowns, the V word that everybody's talking about. Yeah. The world is changing. Y'all need to get on board with that. And we are talking about the former prince and his wife, who are loaded with money, and we need to get ourselves in order. And I know this is a great, change of scenery when we could just chit chat about gossip, but we do need to make sure that we're getting our food, our water, our supplies, our financial situations and debt situation in alignment right now, and taken care of, so that all these changes that are coming with, like the ship that was in the Suez Canal, and they're talking about food shortages and prices going up, that we are taking care of that. I did a reading about that a while back, y'all, so around the time of the election here in the United States, so you might want to check that out. But yeah, if we don't get ourselves together before May, we're going to have a lot of issues this year. And that whether the worldwide governments implement the plans they want to implement, we need to get our families together. So just keep your eyes on the news as much as you need to, and just keep preparing for all these changes that are coming. They are coming. So do not fool yourself and think they're not. So I'll probably do another reading on that this week, because yeah, things are starting to get a little interesting. I feel like you can't get any more interesting than the V that happened in 2020, and now the VAX that's happening now, and all the passports, and you can't travel, and you can't work, and you can't. This is some draconian stuff here, and we are going to talk about it this week, okay? We are really going to talk about this and get off of Mr. X former prince and his wife, because they got money. Mr. Former Prince, he's always gonna have money, y'all. Don't get it twisted. His mother left him money. His great grandmother left him money. People always gonna be attracted to that. Maybe not. He won't have as much money from what he thought he was gonna get from that name that the Queen gave him, but there's always gonna be some interest there. And his wife, you know, even if she leaves him, I'm gonna tell y'all, she gonna find another one. She gonna find a richer one. So my only issue is that she's not messing with this one that a lot of people love and care for. So she just get her claws off of him would be great. Anywho, I gotta get back to work. I love you guys, and so we'll be talking soon. Adios. Love you. Bye bye.